fortunate that Baylor University gave me perhaps the most important opportunity in my life and has allowed me to pursue my dream of becoming a musician. And not only the academic training that I got at Baylor, which was beyond world class. The learnings that I got here on a daily basis is stuff that I utilize from the moment I wake up in any orchestra, in any ensemble, with any soloist around the world. Beyond the academic aspect of Baylor, which was, as I said, incredible, the nurturing and the care that the faculty and the staff and everybody in this wonderful institution took care of me is something that I also cherish and that I have perhaps the greatest memories of. When I had lived in this environment of just feeling like being part of something important, at the same time feeling like I was really a part of something special, allowed for me to focus on my studies and really felt part of the family. To this day, every time I mention Baylor, I do it with a smile, because these were perhaps the 4 happiest years that I can think of in a place that carried so many memories, but at the same time gave me the opportunity and, more importantly, set me in the right path, professionally and personally, to be able to pursue my dream. And I could not be prouder and happier that thanks to this perfect moment in my life, here I am. I came to Baylor in 1987, and I did not speak any English. And coming from San Jose, Costa Rica to Waco, Texas was like coming from Earth to Pluto. It was a cultural shock. And I remember arriving at the Greyhound station around 2 o'clock in the morning, having come from Houston. And Dr. Larry Van Landingham, whom he affectionately called Dr. V, was waiting for me in the Greyhound station with his daughter. And I came in probably completely shell-shocked from the long trip and again, scared. And from the moment I arrived, he just made me feel at home, and I stayed in his home that first night. And the next night he brought me to campus and had me settled. And he came up, I think, with the most perfect idea of how can I make this Costa Rican kid not only learn English, but make friends. And I vividly remember that he signed me up for the marching band, the Bagwab. So he strapped a snare drum on me and literally threw me onto the field. There was a little problem though. I had never been in a football field. So when Michael Haithcock, who was the director of bands at the time, said, "Drumline, go to the 20-yard line," I didn't know where that was. There was this kid next to me who was from DeSoto, Texas, and he started laughing hysterically, and he said, "You're not from around here, are you?" And I said, "No." And he said, "Well, you see that 20 over there? That's the 20-yard line." I'm like, "Okay, but there's a 20 over there too." So for the first couple of weeks, I kept running into the tubas and the piccolos, but I did get with the program. And Dr. V was absolutely correct. Within a week, my English was absolutely perfect, even with the words I was not supposed to learn. And I made tons of friends, which to this day, many of them I still keep very much in touch and very close to. And that was just, I think, the perfect example of just having arrived here within 36 hours, I already was a part of this university. And the environment was so perfect that it didn't matter that I was coming from Costa Rica or that my English was very limited. Everybody made sure, not only the faculty members, but also my fellow students, made sure that I felt welcome, and I will never forget their generosity, and I will never forget their kindness. One thing that I tell students, and I speak with younger musicians, is that there is no alternative to success other than very hard work. I always warn them that there are no shortcuts. And whoever is telling you that there are, they're lying to you. There are not. And the great thing is that it doesn't only apply to music, it applies to anything you apply yourself. And I've come to find, especially in my many years of working with incredible soloists, some of the greatest artists, and they have one thing in common. They work really hard. They practice and they are committed and they have discipline. And I've come to notice that anything that you invest in sacrifice and time spent doing your homework, all of it, you will get it back. Absolutely. Everything that you invest will come back to you, because more importantly, it will give you joy. I'm lucky. I found my calling in life from an early time. And that is very unique. And the fact that I found that calling and was able to pursue it, and more importantly, able to make a living with it, basically allows me to be able to say that I do my hobby for a living. And because I'm doing exactly what I love, I don't work a day in my life.